Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I enjoyed my weekend. If you were following me on Twitter and on Facebook, you know that there was an issue in my family. Well, I won't even say it's a hell of an issue. My cousin was shot multiple times over the weekend. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who sent prayers up for my cousin and family. My cousin is doing a little better. He's still alive, thank God. He's in intensive care and he's able to speak. So I was just so happy to hear that, because I was very startled when I found out about the news, because I was like, oh my God, my aunt just lost her son last year, and you know, something else. Like, I was just so scared for her. So I'm just so glad that he's still here and he has a long recovery. But again, I'm glad that he's still here. So thank you guys. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much. Just thank y'all.
Did it happen?
Yeah, it happened on Friday. It happened Friday night, but I found out Saturday night when I was out, and I just left and came home because I just like, I can't be out. So that part, I'm just happy that he's here, and I'm ready to just move it right on along. As you guys know, our video on Friday, it ended terribly. It was just a big mess of a video. First things first, because of course I read the comments. I just want to let y'all know, I promise y'all, what I drank had nothing to do with how upset I got. To me, Mikkel said one thing, and I said that he said one thing. He said something. To me, that's not what I heard. And I was just fine with ending the video where it went. When Mikkel said, you don't listen, that just upset me, because, you know, that's not the first time that he said that to me. And when you hear somebody keep telling you that, you're listening to them. You like, I'm listening. Maybe I'm interpreting it a different way, but I am listening to you. So that made me upset. So when Mikkel apologized, I was just fucking over it. I was just over the whole argument, because that's not where I wanted it to go. So I do apologize to you for cursing. Yeah. I do apologize. No, but I do apologize. And, you know, a lot of people, I'm just glad that the people that seen the video, that are my friends, they just spoke positive things to me. Because you can read comments and you can see people post stuff on your Twitter, on your Instagram, or inbox you. A lot of people, they say they are for you, but they can be against you and tell you things like, oh, well, y'all just need to just let this go, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just glad that my friends is like, shit is going to be fine. It's going to be fine. This happens. Like, we don't fight all the time. It happens. Yeah. I seen a lot of stuff. But I just want y'all to know that I'm fine. I know he's fine. It was just a moment. It was just a fucking moment. And something that we'll laugh at maybe in about 2 years, because I'm not ready to laugh about it. And I think that I've came to the decision that I'm not talking about any transgender issues until we have a transgender female or male on the show to discuss what they're going through. So that way we'll avoid more fights like that in the future. But after that video, I did a video telling you guys that I still wanted you guys to watch the Nina Simone documentary on Netflix. And when I was speaking about the Bill Cosby thing, I was also telling y'all that there's another powerful story about a woman not being afraid to share her story, and that was Anita Hill. And she was talking about being sexually harassed by now Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. And she just went through a lot telling her story to Congress, because they was just treating her like, they were just treating her bad and just insulting her intelligence because she's a woman. And they're in Congress, and how dare you say this about this man like that? And it wasn't even about Clarence Thomas being a black man. It was just him being a man, and you're a woman. What is your agenda like? And her grace, her poise, the way she answered those questions, I want you guys to watch the documentary because it's so powerful. And again, you can move a nation by telling your story and not being ashamed to tell your story, no matter how bad it may look or how bad the words coming out your mouth, what was said to you may sound. And I also found out that Kerry Washington is doing a biopic based on Anita Hill. So I'm glad to hear that. Nina Simone also has a biopic, but you know, nobody agrees with Zoe Saldana telling the story. And as I was watching Nina Simone, I think that if it's redone again, I think that they should pick Leslie Jones, who is now on Saturday Night Live. She's a comedian. I think she would be a great Nina Simone because she looks like Nina Simone. So it would be good. Did you want to say anything about those documentaries?
Yeah, two things. Well, one, I want to say something about the transgender thing. What I wanted to say was, I think that we should continue to have conversations about it because both of our opinions are important. And I think that if we just say, well, you, not me, but if you just say, oh, I don't want to talk about it no more, then it's really not fair because a lot of times there are going to be issues in the future where transgender issues are going to come up and our viewers are going to want to hear what we have to say. Naturally, we're not going to always agree. But as long as we can say how we feel without the other person getting upset that this one feels this way about it, because then it's like, well, why should we have to wait until somebody transgender comes on to talk about it? Because it's like when we can just talk about it amongst ourselves. That's how I feel about it. Secondly, I watched the Anita Hill documentary, and it was really, really good. I think I'm the only, well, no, I'm not the only person, because one of my friends texted me today, and he and I both agree. We don't think that Kerry Washington should play Anita Hill. I think that somebody, first of all, she doesn't even look like Anita Hill. And to me, I think if anybody should play, I think both of our top picks were Lupita Nyong'o. I think that she would be a good Anita Hill. You know, she's dark-skinned, she's beautiful. I mean, no, it's not always about looks, it's about how you know, can portray the person, but at the same time, let's not act like looks don't matter, because the actress that played Coretta Scott King in Selma, I thought I was looking at Coretta Scott King in Selma. You know what I mean? Like, she really just bodied Coretta Scott. So I think that Lupita Nyong'o. I mean, it's cute that Kerry Washington is playing her, but I just don't see her as Anita Hill. I really don't. I don't.
Well, see, remember when what's her name? When she played Left Eye, everybody was like, oh my God, no.
And but you know totally what? But that's a totally different. Yeah, she totally did. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that Kerry Washington can't play her. But what I'm just saying is the whole look. No, that doesn't even come close. You know what I mean? Like, I think if I had to choose between looks, I would go with Lupita Nyong'o before I went with Kerry Washington. Totally two different skin tones, two different looks. Like, Kerry Washington does not look like Anita Hill to me. Not yesterday, not today, not tomorrow. She just doesn't look like her to me. Nobody looks like her, but I'm just saying off of looks.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even know it was already being shot.
Me neither. I didn't know anything about it until I posted it, and then people started saying, "Oh, she's been picked to play her," and I'm like, "Why did they not do like?"
I seen Kerry in a blue dress and everything.
You saw the pictures? Maybe I should.
Yeah, they somebody had posted it on one of my posts on Friday, and linked me to the guy that's actually shooting the movie, but they didn't show Kerry's face.
And you know what? She may just wind up being good as her, but I just don't know.
Let me see if he posted any new pictures up. They not showing her face, but you see, they got the dress and everything. And Joe Biden, he was very ignorant on the.
But look at this. That's just that even.
They try. That's a scandal look, but
yeah, but this is supposed to be that particular scene. That don't even. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
no, she don't look like her.
I think Lupita Nyong'o would have done a better.
I think. No, I don't know who could do it. I don't know.
But looking at this picture now, you see what I'm saying. Like, that just don't even.
Yeah, because she's not her body weight.
Not her body weight. Not nothing. Like, I don't know. I guess because she's Kerry Washington. Why am I not saying her name right? Kerry Washington is like the big African American star right now, especially on television. It's like, I guess they didn't even. Hell, Viola Davis could play her.
Well,
she could have.
Yes.
Even though Anita Hill was a little bit younger, but I mean, If Viola Davis was younger, she could have played her.
But I'm glad the story is being told.
I'm glad it's being told too.
And also, it was revealed over the weekend by New York Post that Camille Cosby is going around saying that that the women consented to the drugs that they were taking. I'm just like, I hope that is not true.
That she's saying that?
Yes, that she's saying that. But I'm at this point, you're trying to say anything to defend your husband. At this point,
and I get it, but
but that's not working. You just don't do that. And those women have been told that he softened me up to have this drink, where he had the coffee maker and everything. It was the best thing. Next thing they know, they drink it and they pass out and don't know what happened. Then they wake up there naked and he's downstairs. Wow. Come on. Mostly everybody told that story.
Can you imagine what he was doing? No.
I don't want to know. But I seen a comment that just made me laugh. Talk about Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable. No, Bill Cosby was a pervert all this time, and then he had the nerve to play a OBGYN. That just made me laugh because it's just everybody telling that story of what happened.
You see the wrong person?
Yes! Something I heard about your ass. They done been calling him Bill Cosby. They done been calling him all kinds of names.
Then they got the one picture of him where it's blurry. Like somebody's looking at him all blurry. Like.
I can't. But you know what? That's on you, Bill. You shouldn't have done that. You done messed up your whole legacy. Disney got rid of one of his statues. It's kind of like, it reminded me of like how everybody was taking anything Bill Cosby related, they just getting rid of. It reminds me how they did Janet back in the day, 10 years ago, with her little nipple scandal. Everybody didn't want nothing to do with Janet Jackson. Anything, the radio, television, the Barbie doll she had, something like they got rid of everything. Everybody got rid of it. Just said, fuck it. We not being associated over one little titty. And speaking of Janet Jackson.
Wait, let me ask you this before you go to Janet Jackson. Do you think that they should be taking away stuff, or like for instance, there was talk that they were going to remove his star from the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and they were going to just pull a lot of his stuff. Do you think they should do that?
Removing his star from the Hollywood Walk of Fame, no, because he earned that.
Right.
But his legacy, his legacy will forever be tarnished because of what he's done. And with me, I plan on getting all the Cosby episodes because I don't think that they are ever going to air the Cosby Show again in syndication. They're just not going to do it because it's like these sponsors will be like, oh my God, we're supporting someone who date drugs women. And that's not what we want to be associated with.
And I feel bad for the other actors.
Yeah.
That were on the Cosby Show because aren't they getting paid?
They get paid for it, but something that Felicia Rashad said is, as your show, the longer your show is in syndication, the less money you get from the royalties from it. So I don't know how much they're getting. I mean, the Cosby's been in syndication since the 90s. Right. You can always find the Cosby's on somebody's channel.
And a check is a check.
Yeah.
It's a check.
So dude, you done messed up. He just really messed up. I don't know what else to say about Bill. But back to Janet. Janet Jackson has released the dates for her second leg. The second leg starts in January 2016 and it ends at the end of March 2016. And remember, I was telling y'all the whole Northeast corridor is not there, so they're all there. Baltimore, DC, Philly, New York, Boston. She's doing Atlanta again. This time she got everything I've seen. They are arenas. She might be doing arenas and theaters on the first leg, but they're all arenas that she's doing. And tickets, they go on sale if you pre-order the album. You can use your pre-sale code and get it starting tomorrow, or you can get your tickets like everybody else next Monday. So Janet will be on tour for about a good 6 months. What's that? September, October, November, December, January, February. 7 months. 7 months Janet is on tour. So get your money together and get your tickets and go see Janet. And I'm waiting for a new video for No Sleep, or she's going to come out with a new video. I'm happy for her. I'm excited. We're waiting, Janet. Russell Wilson revealed to his pastor that him and Ciara are not having sex.
I saw the video.
And I didn't watch the video. I just read from it.
It was a very cute video. I liked it. And he talked about how the both of them have agreed to this, that they didn't want to have, they didn't want to have sex yet. I guess, he's waiting. They're both waiting
To get married.
And I applaud him because first of all, they both are fine. Okay, I may not be a big Ciara fan, but she's fine, and he's fine, and two fine like them, and they ain't having sex.
They gonna have
But hey, that's what you call self-control, self-discipline. It's shout out to them. You know what I mean? Because in today's world and in today's age, a lot of people are hopping in the bed before they know your last name. You know what I mean? So I applaud the both of them, and I really applaud him as a man. Really coming out and saying this, because you don't see a lot of men stepping up and making these admissions. A lot of times you hear the women talking about how they're trying to save themselves from marriage, but to actually hear the man say it, it's really it's really honorable for him. And then he's a young man, and he's a young man.
And just got divorced too. At first, when I first heard it, I thought it was bullshit. I can't lie. But then when I found out that he had spoke to his pastor, and
it was like an open forum.
Yeah, he started explaining how he started just looking at Ciara. He was like, God wants me for her,
right,
and He wants me to help her,
right.
And I know how religious he is as a person. So then that went out the window once he started explaining it more. Because I was like, you don't want to tell your business. Because for me, in my opinion, every time Ciara goes public with a relationship, it doesn't work
for her, right.
And she just starts talking and posting pictures, and I'm like, no, just stop it, just stop lying. But then at the investigation, I was like, no, he's not lying. He's not lying. So, but he said it does get tough though,
because she's fine.
Yeah,
and he's fine.
And all that what she's doing to people on tour, pulling them up on the stage, flipping all over them.
Right.
Hey, I want that to be me. I'm not talking about me, but I'm saying that's him.
Right.
So, congratulations to Russell and Ciara, and I hope that they really make it. And him being in her life is for the better, because she done been through them all. Okay, now if she can't get this one right, something ain't right.
Yeah.
Yes, including that motherfucker on the screen, 50 Cent.
I'm just happy that somebody young came out and said that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's young. I really don't know how old he is, but I mean, he's a young guy. He's a young man. She's young. It's just good, and it's a positive thing. And hopefully, a lot of young people follow their lead. Of course, it's not going to happen, but hopefully, somebody hears them and says, I want to try that. And it's nothing wrong with doing that. Some people say, I can't believe, you ain't do this, and you haven't done it, and you be like, no, and then they don't believe you, but you be like, it can happen, and you can do it. You don't always have to be a THOT. You can, it's okay.
Keep it under wraps.
Right.
Give us some time.
A friend of mine called me the other day, last week actually, while I was at work, and we hadn't talked for a while. And then he says to me, Miguel, are you still single? And I was like, yeah. Because it's like so normal to me to be single. And he was like, I don't believe you. And I was like, why?
Why would I lie
to be single? I'd be the first one to say, no, I'm not single. He was like, I don't believe you. He was like, because you've been single for so long. And, like, it's not
easy, first of all.
It's not easy. Oh. But I tell you one thing, it does have its pros and it has its cons. The pros are, I ain't got to answer to nobody. Nobody ain't got to answer to me. I ain't got to worry about who's doing what, when they doing it, how they doing it, and where they doing it. I ain't got to worry about none of that. The cons are, sometimes, you want to be with them, but to me, the pros outweigh, I'm just being honest, the pros outweigh the cons. Because the minute I start thinking about, dang, I wish I was with somebody right now, then I start saying, well, no, not really, because now I get to go do this, and I ain't got to call nobody at night and say, what you doing, or worried about nobody texting me, hey, good morning, and all that bullshit. No. I'm fine where I'm at. And when that day comes, when I do meet somebody, let me tell you something. Y'all ain't gonna know. Okay? Y'all not gonna know.
You sure now?
No, well, alright.
Cause I remember you was like,
Yeah, that was okay, be quiet. Be quiet. I did do that. And you know what? And guess what? That's still my love.
All right.
Even though we ain't together no more, that's still my love. I know it, and they know it.
Okay. Oh.
We were actually just on the phone the other day. And that's probably why I'm not single. That's probably why I'm single.
This is progress.
That's probably why I'm single. Because I'm waiting for that to happen again. No, let me stop.
You never know.
You never know.
Just never know.
But you know, when you come across somebody good in your life, like that particular person that I had in my life, you hold on to them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I can't speak bad about that person at all because, you know, we didn't have any bad times. We just, at that time, we just was like, okay, well, we can't do this. But we still remain friends. And that's why when I see a lot of people break up with their spouse and they start talking about their spouse, I'm like, was it really that bad? Because I can't say nothing bad about my ex. And if I could, and if I did have something bad to say, you would know. So, yeah. But the single life is not all that bad like a lot of people make it out to be.
And it's time for you to get to know yourself.
Right.
Because I know some people that jump from relationship to relationship. Like, you got to give it a rest. Right. Get to know yourself better. Right. And what did you learn from this? And what would you not take to the next relationship? So.
You know, real quick, I was talking to somebody a few years ago, like after I broke up with my ex, and I said that very same thing, and they couldn't understand. They could not understand, like, why it was that I wasn't completely over them. And I was like, you know, it's not that I'm not over my ex, it's just that I have not really fully found out who it was I am. You know what I mean? So now let me try to reevaluate myself. Yes, you and I can be cool, we can be friends, but I'm not jumping to no relationship with you just because you're the first to come to me and say, oh, I like you. Okay. I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? I'm not that guy. You got a lot of people, oh, I like you. Oh, I like you too. How? How? You don't even know me to say you like that. That ended real fast. Oh. Why you saying oh? That ended real fast. There was nothing. And then.
A what? Oh yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
That don't even turn me on.
Right to the CDs.
But I was like, what? And he kept, no, I'm not doing that. All right, it's time to go. Get your car keys. Let's go. It's time to take me home. I don't care. Just take me home. We're not doing that.
So for all the 50 Cent fans out there, you know, I don't know what's going on, but 50 Cent has filed for bankruptcy. And I think him filing for bankruptcy has to do with him being court ordered to pay Rick Ross' baby mom $5 million for releasing a sex tape. And that violated her civil rights. So she got $2.5 million for that and $2.5 million for emotional distress.
Now, people are saying that he filed not because he's broke, because we all know he ain't broke. We all know 50 Cent ain't broke. Vitamin water, power, that goofy stuff that he didn't came out with in the past. He ain't broke.
Well, the headphones he had to pay $17 million.
Yeah, but he ain't broke. We all know he ain't broke. But a lot of people are saying that he filed for bankruptcy so that he won't have to pay her. Because he don't feel as though he should pay her. And I guess this bankruptcy file would somehow protect him from having to pay her. I'm not 100% sure about the legal system. I'm not really up on it. I didn't know that you could file bankruptcy so then you could turn around and not have to pay somebody who's suing you. I didn't know that, but then again, I should have known that, and then maybe that's why Donald Trump was filing bankruptcy all those different times.
Yeah, he did his for protection.
So I guess Donald Trump leave.
They were saying like he didn't want to pay. He was never paying a dime for Rick Ross kids, and they wasn't gonna see no money and none of that stuff. Whatever the case may be, 50, you have to pay that money. You have to pay up. And this is why you should stop being so finger happy and posting shit all the time. Because you never know who feelings you may hurt. So
and she didn't like that.
No. Would you like?
And who was she having sex with? It was some guy. It wasn't even. It wasn't him or Rick Ross.
I don't even know how he got the tape.
Yeah, I saw it, and they were on a couch.
Damn, you remember all of that?
Yeah, I don't remember. Be quiet, Mikhail.
Okay, I know that's right. Oh yeah, we're gonna do that on Thursday. For everybody that's donated to the blackout, I need y'all to write me on Facebook so I can get it all together. The perks for people who's supposed to get phone calls, for people who's supposed to get Twitter messages and everything. I need to get all that together. So I need everybody to please write me so we know who is who. So me and Candy can talk, because we're having a conference call tomorrow night about what's going on. And the blackout is September 5th. If you haven't heard, and if you would like to donate, the GoFundMe page is right in the link. And thank you for those who donated over the weekend. And we will be getting to all of you guys. So I don't want to, there's a person that I know I'm supposed to shout them out, but I'm going to wait until the next video, so that way all the YouTubers are all on the same page. So I will get you your shout out, and somebody just DM'd me, and you will get your perk too. Thank you. I'm going to shout you out now, but I'm going to shout you out again, ready for the world on Twitter. Back to the notes. Basketball Wives LA is back in town. Now, I watched it last night, and I was like, I don't want to talk about this just yet. So, to give y'all an up-to-speed update without y'all watching it, Malaysia's getting a divorce from Gennaro Pargo. Drea had this event for her little fashion line. She ended up telling Malaysia, because Malaysia thought one of the guys was cute, oh no, models don't make enough money to date you. I don't know why she said that to Malaysia, but I would have said something like, don't talk to me like that. Like, I'm not all about money, but most of the time, most of them are about money when they come from money. Megan is a new kid on the block. Megan is from Bad Girls Club. Now, I didn't watch Bad Girls Club.
Yeah, she was the fighter on there.
Yeah, so Megan introduces herself to Dre about the line and everything. And, you know, over the course of the conversation, Dre is like, so have you met anybody? And she's like, no, I'm not friends with nobody here. I'm here because I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to start a line, a panty line, and all of this stuff. Mind you, in the previous scene, we just seen her having a conversation with Jackie. So she's starting off lying. So Dre was told her, be careful of the people that you mess with, because they could be snakes and all of that shit. And Andrea already knew that she met Jackie because she already seen Instagram pictures and everything. So they had another event. It's like every time they meet up, they add a fucking event. They wanted to know who invited Megan again, and this time Jackie comes in. So when Jackie comes in, the girls are not trying to be bothered with Jackie. They like, bitch, fuck out of here. Malaysia's like, I'm not. She explained to Brandy why, because she was like, when we was at the reunion, I just explained that my brother was killed, and then you talking about you feel like you want to pull out a 9mm gun and shoot somebody. So she's like, I'm not fucking with that bitch. Jackie tried to talk to Malaysia. Malaysia walks away. Well, you still look cute. Like, Jackie, you's a thirsty bitch. If she don't want to speak to you, she don't want to speak to you. So she tried to talk to Drea. Drea walks away from her. Then all of a sudden, Drea feels like, oh my God, I should speak to Jackie. I feel some kind of way. So her and Jackie is having this conversation. She just let Jackie manipulate her all over again. Yes. Just, they sit near lollygag and talk about a bunch of dumb shit, and I feel like if you are really done with somebody, be done with them. If they done showed you who they are 5 and 6 times, it's time to let that go. It's time to let it go. She didn't even want to be your friend when the other girl was around. She was so busy trying to tear up your fucking relationship. And the other girl, I forgot her name, the Philly chick, like, it was just too much going on. You were just so consumed with breaking up Drea's relationship and then calling Orlando ugly and all of this stuff. Meanwhile, your daughter trying to fuck him too. But ended up getting one of the friends. So Jackie was like, well, can you talk to them and see if we can put this to bed and put this to rest and everything? So Drea runs over and but mind you, because this is what started on my Twitter, my Instagram. People commenting. They didn't know what I was talking about. But I figured that they would because we all watched the same show. I wouldn't watch Married to Medicine. Basketball Wives is back. I'll catch Married to Medicine at another time. And they're not putting them on different times, they put them on at the same fucking time. Who thought of that? But anyway, while they were at that event, when Jackie tried to come over to talk to the girls, and they was like, somebody said that don't belong. Jackie's like, well, can I use your chapstick or whatever? I might need some, I hope not. But if I do, one of the girls was like, no, don't let her use your chapstick. And Jackie was like, why? I don't suck dick. And went on to further explain, do I need some chapstick?
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Went on to further explain, after 20 years, people want to know how they survived, and she never sucked his dick. And they were like, girl, you just lying. You are lying. And she talking about my hand to God. And put her hand up. And it just opened up a can of worms. Because I'm just like, there's no way that I'm going to be, and I'm just like, there's no way she's been with this man and never sucked his thing. So, some girl wrote me and was like, let me read exactly what she said on Instagram. She tells me, go ahead.
I'm texting.
She gonna tell me, I believe her because I don't think that's the basis for a marriage. Some women don't, and real men respect that.
So what? Why do you have to be a real? So you're not a real man if your wife sucks your dick?
So I said, fuck out of here with that.
Right.
If I'm paying all the damn bills, you sucking on this dick. Not just saying mine, but I'm just saying, it has to go hand in hand. You mean to tell me you've been married for 20 years and he never ate your coochie? And you never ate his thing? Come on, let's be for real.
You remember when we were younger and sucking dick was like something that people just didn't admit to?
Hell no.
You suck dick? No. Now people are just like, yeah, and I'm good at it. Not me, because I don't do it. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Because they listen.
But if you're in a committed, if you know you're in a committed relationship, there's nothing wrong with it. And if you are married, it definitely shouldn't be nothing wrong with that. Not unless y'all doing some other things. And Jackie, you making that statement is making your husband look very bad. It's making y'all look like, I'm not gonna go there. But it just don't look right. 20 years he ain't never had your head down there. Come on. You talking about you don't do why? Jackie Christie, I want to know why. So, ladies, do you think that it's okay to be in a married relationship for 20 years and never go downstairs?
Well, can I say something? Because a lot of people don't really look at oral sex as a big thing. You know what I mean? Because I've spoken to some people where they're like, I've even spoken to some guys who are just like, it does nothing for me. I had a conversation with this guy at work one day because, you know, we're all grown and we all talk. Not just the two of us, but, you know, we were all talking. And one of the guys was like, you know, oral sex, he was like, I get it, but it's not something that I have to get. He was like, I could really do without it. You know, I just prefer having sex with a woman. As far as the oral sex part, he was like, it just doesn't do anything for me. And there's a lot of guys who feel that same way. Like, oral sex don't make them nut. It don't make them nut. It's just like, okay, she's on my dick, but let's get to the main part that does make me nut. You know what I mean? So there are people out there who don't do it or who just don't even think about it. I know when never mind. But I just know that there are a lot of people who don't do it or who don't mind not getting it done. You know? Now me per se, I like to get it done. Yes. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm going. That's as far as I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing else either because it's not true. But what I am saying is, listen. What I'm saying is that, you know, just not a lot of people like to get. I mean, it doesn't. It's not a deal breaker. For some. For some. I said some. I didn't say all.
I want y'all to know.
Some.
If you ever have a private conversation with me, you will find out my thoughts on it. But I'm talking about from me, because I'm not talking like that. Because I don't want to offend, not offend, but I don't want nobody to be like, oh, that's maybe in a private setting we'll talk.
I don't know. The only thing that goes in this mouth is food. Okay?
That's a damn.
Not a damn lie. Food and liquids.
Show me that. So
I actually have no idea what you're talking about because there's nothing like that in this phone. So I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. You can keep that bullshit over there.
no. So,
but I will say this: if I did do it, I'd be damn good at it.
Hey, my mom always said, you want to do something, you better be the person who ever did it.
Hey. Yeah. Wait, I didn't see it. No, that's not fair because I didn't see it. I showed you mine. Let me see. Please let me see. No. Let me see. Don't say no.
Wait. My phone got too much.
Yeah, it does. Wait, Kevin, you moving too fast. I need to get into the video.
No.
I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at. Let me see. I don't even know what I'm looking at. No. You keep moving it. That's not fair. No, it's not. Let me see.
So, let's
move on.
Let's move on. So, did y'all see Bishop T.D. Jakes on Braxton Family Values?
I did.
Over the weekend.
I did.
I must say, I felt bad for Tamar. That was the real Tamar crying on that show. And that was the real Tamar really crying out because shit just ain't right in her family. And things ain't right in the family. And, you know, it was just a big mess. Tony and Tamar, they were going at it at their table. Tony was like, you break up with everybody. You just break up with everybody. Yeah. And then I thought Tony was going to start naming names, but she didn't, because I was waiting for my name to be called. And
you're not that important. Trust me.
So, and I did. Well, I was the subject of an argument, at least on one of the shows.
I know that's right.
Okay.
And you were Tamar's friend on one episode too.
Yeah, and you went to go, you see your friend in Philly. And you ain't even asking me if it was okay. You just went there and left me.
Your name was never mentioned.
Yes. Left me fuck never no Mama D, don't say that. But yeah, that was terrible. I mean, they was arguing in Hawaii about me. Who would have thought? But anyway.
Yeah.
And then they was arguing, they didn't say Zoe name neither this time. No, talking about Tony's assistant. You know we don't get along.
What did he do that makes her feel that way about him?
I don't know, but he got her together on Instagram.
That's right what it was. Mm-hmm.
And I think that Tony felt that she needed that. And she did.
And that's why, listen. Because if anybody gets my sister together and I feel as though they're being disrespectful to her, you're fired. Mm-hmm. No questions asked. He wasn't fired because Tony and the rest of them feel as though what he said was 100% correct. Mm-hmm. And that's why he was at that event. Like Tony said, no, he didn't have to leave. All you had to do was tell me, and I told him to go somewhere else while he was coming. But other than that, he's not going anywhere. That just goes to show you that Tony is not upset about whatever happened that he said to you, because apparently Tony feels as though you deserved everything that he said. Mm-hmm. Because like I said, Tony would have gotten rid of Zoe just like that especially if it was her mom. If he said something to her mom, she'd have really gotten rid of her. But I guess she probably feels, so Tamar, you're always stirring the pot. Now somebody is stirring your pot. Yes. And you deserve it.
So, Mama Braxton she was just over the whole situation. Mm-hmm. Cursed all of them. I kept saying darn, and they got on my darn nerve. Because I wanted her to say damn. Right. But, hey, she made her case. Right. Yeah. And was like, we need an intervention. She called the father. She's like, Braxton, we have to do something. I mean, big. So, Bishop T.D. Jakes, he meeting up with them. Tamar's crying her heart out, talking about how much she misses her family and misses her sisters. And I mean, Tamar was crying hard. And not one tear dropped out of none of their eyes.
And how about none of them said no, they don't believe her?
Yeah. All of them said they don't.
Yeah, all of them.
It's like, we don't believe her?
No.
And I was like, oh, damn.
They don't believe her because they've seen that same song, the same dance in the past.
Over and over again. And they didn't even cry because T.D. Jakes was sitting there.
No.
So, I mean, he had his one-on-one with Tamar, but it still didn't get to the issue.
You know what? I just need Iyanla. Mm-hmm. I need Iyanla and all of the sisters, you know, and then take Iyanla and the parents by themselves so they can work on the issue. But I need Iyanla and the sisters, because Iyanla's going to get to the nitty gritty. I mean, T.D. Jakes was okay, but it was like, you know, to me, it really didn't get anywhere like I thought it was.
Yeah,
now, I'm sure that it was a lot said that they didn't show on television, but from what I saw, I was like, I feel as though there's more that needs to be said, and that there's more that could be said. There's not even a part 2 to that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a part 2, but the way it ended, I was so mad at WeTV. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
You just had this powerful T.D. Jakes on here for a whole half an hour, and you talking about Trina boxing gay? Are you kidding me?
Right.
And the show just ended with a to be continued. Come on, I want to see more. It like he needs a whole episode dedicated to helping them, because their sisterhood is fucked up and it needs to be fixed before it gets any worse than what it is. Before they are just not on speaking terms. Like, they have their times where they don't speak, but it's not like I ain't never speaking to her. And that's where I don't want it to go. And I think that at this point, the sisters are just at the conclusion that Tamar is just Tamar.
And she's the common denominator. Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, usually why they're not speaking is because of her.
Mm-hmm. And it could be much better.
And she don't see it, and it's a shame, because you're like, she really don't see it. And then when you point it out to her, she gets like, what? Me? Are you serious? Me? I'm the problem? I did that?
Yeah.
No, not me. No, that didn't happen. I didn't say that. No, I did not. Oh my God. I didn't say you were a bitch. No. And it's like, I am so tired of that, okay? Just admit that you did it. And like they said, we heard you with our own ears in your dressing room telling us to get out of here. And like Trina said, Tamar, you're not the only one that has people working for them. They only do what you tell them to do.
I know that's right.
Why would they just up and kick your sisters out unless you told them to? And if you didn't tell them to, somebody else who was higher up told them to. So don't just act like they kicked them out. And then if they kicked your sisters out and you didn't tell them to, why didn't you get with them for kicking your sisters out?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Was anybody fired?
Right. Was anybody fired for wrongfully kicking your sisters out? I can't hear her.
Yeah.
I guess I won't hear her because, you know, she doesn't have a hand.
She still got your number. She still accidentally text you.
I would get up and shout, but the shirt that I have on is a little too small, so I'm not gonna shout. Hey! Because she did accidentally text me one time.
Oh, that wasn't for you.
Oh, that wasn't for you. Why you still have my number on your phone? I'm just trying to figure out. I saw that text message, and I read it, and I didn't respond back. Oh, that wasn't for me? Okay.
So Claudia Jordan's, okay, now, I'm not saying she got fired from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because that's not final yet. And she said herself, I haven't got my papers yet, but I haven't been told that I'm not coming back. So we're going to leave that at that. That's not a final yes or no. But Claudia Jordan has left the Ricky Smiley show, and she's only been on the show for a year, and she replaced Ebony Steele, who was there for 7 years. Now, we don't get Ricky Smiley here in Philadelphia because everybody has like their own morning show. But I do like some of the clips that I hear, like if something, if one of his news stories go viral, like I like what I hear. Who the fuck is that? Twitter.
We actually had our K Michelle interview featured on the Ricky Smiley
yes,
show.
with no credit.
Right.
But
it's okay. We're used to not getting any credit.
But I will say one person that did fix his credit for us is Funk Master Flex. Because I was like, you could at least credit us, and then he put us on the website. So shout out to him. But she's not there on his show anymore.
Oh, sorry, and the YBF, because one day they posted something with us and they didn't credit us, and then I got with them because, you know, I was a frequent, and she took it down and then reposted it with our information on it.
I know that's right. I haven't been on the YBF.
I haven't been on there in a long time either, ever since I left her.
And I know that Nicole Bitchie just left her website.
What's that all about? She just
said, hey, 7 years.
But she was a reputable site that people went to. Like, wow.
I don't know what she's going to do now. Like, I don't know if she got a TV deal or
she
anything.
She may be working with somebody.
You never know. You just never know.
Somebody. Anytime you do something like that, you must have got a really big gig. She's probably working with, you know, some celebrity or some firm or, you know.
What was we just talking about?
I don't know.
Claudia.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, she got that forgivable.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I think it's a shame that she's leaving the show after 1 year, and there were reports that, you know, Ricky Smiley doesn't really like for people to be more famous than him on his show. Now, to hear that, I think that is such a shame. And they were saying the same thing. That's the same thing that happened with Ebony Steele. Like, she was getting all of these gigs from being on the show, like hosting this event for women, hosting that event. He's like, well, damn, you know, she's getting more stuff than me. So with Claudia, like when Claudia would go out and represent the show, her lines would be longer than his lines, and, you know, he felt some kind of way about that. Or it could be because maybe she's not coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. He's like, well, what value can you do for me if you're not on this top show in Atlanta? I don't know, but Claudia, I feel bad for you, but just like you always lose a job, you always get another job. And just hopefully, I hope that you can find a place where you can become a steady person or be steady at that job. And there's a lot of stuff out there for you. I don't see how you're not acting or modeling or doing something. Like, you can do those things. You still have your looks, no matter what Nene says. You still have your looks. But I hope things get better for you, because nobody deserves not to have a job, especially when they're capable of keeping a job.
And natural looks at that.
Yes. So shout out to you, girl. Get it together. Before we leave, I want to give a big congratulations to my girl Serena Williams, who won Wimbledon and done the Serena Slam again. For those non-tennis fans that don't know what the Serena Slam is, winning all 4 major titles in a row. She won last year. She won the U.S. Open. This year she won Australia Open. She also won the French Open. This year she won Wimbledon. And if she wins the U.S. Open this September, she will complete a career slam, winning all 4 in 1 year, a calendar slam. So it's just big news. And not only that, she would tie Steffi Graf for the most Grand Slam titles in the Open era at 22. So Serena Williams has a lot riding on her shoulders. And you have a lot of people that's doubting her. So she's just like, don't ask me any questions about the Serena Slam. Don't ask me about the calendar slam. I already have enough pressure. I don't need nothing else. Don't even ask me about it. But there were some people, there was this article talking about body issues. And it was basically, to me, and to a lot of people, it was suggesting that
she had a man's body.
She has a man's body. And Serena's like, I don't lift weights, but you know, she works out and she has a physically fit body. And what the person did was he went around asking all the top women of how they feel about their body. And one in specific was like, I don't want to do anything else to my body because I'm a woman and I want my body to be a woman. So it was kind of like saying like, well, if I don't have these features on my body, I'm not a woman. And you can be a woman. You can just be a woman with a muscular body. There's nothing wrong with that. But, and then you had somebody saying that Serena Williams is taking steroids. That shit just makes me mad. Because you see, to me it could be a race thing. Because you see a black woman doing all of this stuff. And now you're saying, oh, because she won, oh, she got to be on steroids. Something that a lot of people don't understand is Serena Williams could have died 4 years ago. She could have died. She was on her deathbed. Blood clots in her lungs and everything. And to come back and to just be winning, that's nothing but God. And Serena, I'm just so happy for you. And as much as they keep trying to put you and Venus down, y'all keep coming the fuck back. They're like, oh, they're 30. They're 30 years old. It's like it's time for them to go. Now Venus is 35, Serena about to be 34, and they still out there playing. Venus can lose as many times as she wants, but she still be winning too.
I know that's right.
So Serena, Venus, y'all do your damn thing. Fuck these haters. I want you to go out there to the U.S. Open, and I want you to win, all of them. Just win. Because I just want the world to be talking about you that come that Sunday night when you win 22 Grand Slam championships and have a career slam in 1 year, in a calendar year. It's just, you're just going to be the most talked about. And it hasn't happened in 27 years. So, Serena, yes, you have a lot of pressure, but you can do it. So, that's how we're going to close today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Yes, on Sundays I will review. Did you see the Evelyn Lozada show?
No, but I heard she's pregnant. There's complications with the pregnancy.
Yeah, so I don't know if she's still pregnant or not. Don't tell me in the comments, because it's being talked about on the show, and right now it's like her baby's heart rate wasn't right, and her hormones wasn't up as they should be when you're pregnant. So I like that. But Flex and Shanice, that show is it for me. It reminds me of my house in One Big Family. Motherfuckers don't want to pay bill. Oh, it is good. It is good. You got people in your house. Oh, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Oh, but don't stop talking about it. Be about it. Leave. So Flex and Shanice, y'all got me hooked. So I will be reviewing that on Sundays. The Flex and Shanice and Evelyn Lozada. And we'll keep up with the basketball block. Married to Medicine, y'all have to step your fucking game up. Because y'all going into a strip club. Like, the storyline is just not it. It's like, the only main storyline is Lisa Nicole versus Quad. And they barely touched on it. Like, they barely touched on it. But Lisa Nicole, how, like, that was a big blow for your husband to find out that your husband is a regular at a strip club. And for the person to tell you that, yeah, your husband is a regular here. And she thought that they was trying to set her up. No, bitch. Truth is true. If your husband going to the strip club, he's going to the strip club. So anyway, y'all, with that, all that being said, thank y'all for watching. We'll be back with a new video on Friday. I hope you guys have a great week. And thank you for your prayers. And we'll see you on Friday. Peace.
Have you started listening yet?